Welcome to Soul Heart Intuitive, a space for intuitive astrology, soul reflection, and grounded cosmic guidance. I'm Sarah from Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching, and together we'll explore the wisdom of the skies and the wisdom already living within you. Each episode is an invitation to slow down, listen more deeply, and reconnect with the truth your soul already knows. So take a breath, settle in, and let's begin. Hey, beautiful souls. I'm Sarah, your soul oracle, deconditioning coach, and mirror here at Soul Heart Intuitive Coaching. And this is your energy update for the week of May 24th to May 30th. So this week, something is shifting, but it's not obvious, it's not loud, and it's not asking you to react. It's subtle, emotional, and quietly revealing what's real. The kind of shift you don't think your way through, you feel your way into it. And if you slow down enough, you'll start to notice it. The skies this week aren't pushing you forward. They're asking you to become more aware of what's happening beneath the surface in your emotions, your reactions, and your connections. And there's insight here, but it doesn't come through force. It comes through presence. On May 24th, the Sun in Gemini is going to sextile Neptune in Aries. So sensitivity is going to be on the rise. You may feel more connected to others, to your intuition, and to what's unspoken. But this isn't a time to absorb everything. It's a time to notice what's yours and what isn't. So take space if you need it. Clarity comes when you're not overwhelmed by everything around you. On May 26th, Mars in Taurus is going to square Pluto in Aquarius. Tensions are going to surface, not always externally. Sometimes they're going to be internal as well. Where are you trying to control something? Where's pressure building? This isn't here to create conflict. It's here to show you where something needs to shift. Power isn't in force, it's in awareness. Later that same day, on May 26th, the Sun in Gemini is going to trine Pluto in Aquarius. Everything is going to slow, just enough so that you can see things clearly. There's a quiet strength here. You don't need to explain everything. You don't need to prove anything. You just need to move with intention. Let your actions come from clarity, not reaction. On May 28th, Venus in Cancer is going to square Saturn in Aries. Communications may feel off. Not everything lands the way you expect, and not everything is understood immediately. So pause, don't assume, and don't rush to conclusions. Give space for conversations to unfold. Remember, clarity takes time. This isn't a week this week isn't about urgency. It's about awareness in real time. If things feel emotional, if tensions start to rise, and if something feels slightly off, you're not off track. You're being shown something. So don't rush to fix it and don't rush to act on it. Stay with it. Let it reveal what's underneath. Because the real shift this week, it's not in what's happening around you. It's in how you're learning to respond instead of react. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to stay present with what's becoming clear. So take a breath. You're not behind. You're right on time. And everything is unfolding exactly as it should. You're not leaving the path. You are the path. So the cards for this week, we have Venus in love, Mercury retrograde reinvention, and Sun spirit. So this is a time for you to react differently, not for you to just react like all of the Aries energy that had happened over the past few months had been telling you to do. This is a time really for you to sit, to pause, to act from a place of love, love for yourself, love for the people around you, to recreate how it is that you speak and what it is that you're here to do. We're all here to do something. Now, whether we're doing it or not is another question entirely. But you have the opportunity here to do something and to be and to react differently. So take it this week. See what comes up as a result of you doing and acting differently. Not just responding for the sake of responding, but responding from a place where you actually have something to say. All right, I've pulled cards for each of the zodiac signs, and the messages, they are layered. Our sun and rising sign is where the gold lives, and it's where your future self is whispering to you through the veil. So let's tune in. Remember, this isn't a matter of controlling the outcome, but to mirror back what your soul already knows is ready to shift. So let this be your pause, your anchor, and your reminder that this energy isn't here to break you. It's here to recalibrate you. So Aries, your card this week is Hold Your Inner Child, loved, love, safety, and reparenting. This is a time, as it is for everybody, to look at things a little bit differently. How do you react? This isn't a time for you to just react. It's a time for you to respond and to respond from a place that maybe you didn't have the best reaction to as a child. Our parents do the best that they can with the information that they have, and sometimes they're acting from a place that they thought that they could have needed when they were a child, or they may be acting from the place that their parents were. We all have hurts that we are going through, and it's a healing process. It's not something that happens overnight, and it's not something that happens all at once. Healing is a layered process. So remember this as you're going through and you're trying to talk to your inner child and to find out what it is that your inner child wants and needs. Most likely, it's fairly simple. Your inner child needs love. It wants to be loved. It wants to feel safe. It wants to feel secure. So allow those parts of you to come out as you speak to not only yourself, but to everybody around you. Taurus, your card this week is self-sabotage, destruction, doubt, and survival. So, Taurus, you are sabotaging yourself. You are the very problem that you probably didn't think you were. You want to blame it on other people. You want other people to take responsibility for it, but ultimately, the person to blame is yourself. So take responsibility for what is going on this week. Where are you causing destruction? Where are you just surviving? Where are you trying to control things? Because control is a method of showing you where it is that you're sabotaging. Pay attention to where it is that you're sabotaging yourself this week. Where are you lashing out? Where are you placing blame? Because ultimately, it comes back to you, not to them, but to you. Gemini, your card this week is fixing isn't healing, boundaries, self-focus, and release. Healing is a process. And during that process, boundaries are extremely important. Remember, you can't fix yourself. You can't fix other people around you. And as the card says, fixing isn't healing. This is something that you are going to be going through. You may find that you have quote unquote fixed one aspect of things and then find another one comes up. This is all part of the process. Make sure you focus on what it is that's going on. Now, your energy might want to scatter because that just tends to be a natural part of who you are. But find a way to release what it is that's going on, to let it go, and just let things unfold as they need to. This is a time for you to heal, not to fix, but to heal. Cancer, your card this week is emotional blackout, shock, freeze response, and internal collapse. You are trying to numb yourself from feeling what it is that you're meant to feel. Don't let yourself become numb. Allow yourself to feel. Feel what it is that you need to feel so that you can process it and you can move through the process. You really need to feel your emotions. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to feel them all at once. You can ask for help from the universe and say, I need to feel such and such emotion, but I can't process all of this at once. Can you help me? And just see how the universe responds to you. Emotional blackouts, they have their point. When you feel numb, there is a reason for it, but don't just stay there. Allow it to give you the time that you need so that you can move through the emotions that are starting to come up. And as I said, make sure you ask for help. Leo, your card this week is pain is a teacher, recognition, expression, and growth. Pain is here to teach all of us a lesson. It is not always easy. It is rarely easy, but it is important. It's here to help you to grow as a human being. Pain is one of the few ways that we actually grow as souls and as people. Allow the pain that is happening in your life to teach you and to guide you and to move you through this chapter. It's not always going to be this way. It is just part of a moment. So allow this moment to be what it is. It is a moment to teach you. What it teaches you, can't say yet, but it is here to teach you and to guide you so that you can grow. Virgo, love isn't control, attachment, fear, and misunderstanding. Control is a shadow mechanism. Love is not. Love is higher than that. So don't allow you to think that control is love because it's not. Control, as I said, it's a shadow. It is a fear. It is something that we use to try to control a situation. And this isn't what you want it to be. You want love to be love, but love is its own entity entirely. It's its own feeling. Control isn't that. So remind yourself of that. You want a situation to be a certain way, but it's just not going to be that way. Find a way to love yourself through that, to feel the emotions of what it is that you're feeling, so that you can start to move to the other side and maybe even find a way to love the situation for what it is. Libra, your card this week is wholeness, includes cracks, imperfection, tenderness, and humanity. Remember to be the whole you. Oftentimes, we want to present front and we want it to be the best picture of it can possibly be. But by doing that, you're glossing over sometimes the best parts. You're glossing over the fact that you are human. And humanness, you have your flaws. You have those cracks in your foundation. Allow those imperfections to be what they are. They're imperfections. Nobody is perfect. Allow that to give you a sense of tenderness that you need so that you can be the best that humanity has to offer. You are a whole person. And those pieces of you that you find fault with, they are part of what makes you a good human being. So find a way to accept the cracks that are a part of you, those flaws, because as I said, they make up who you are. Scorpio, you are worthy by being, inherent value, enoughness, and identity. You are whole just by being you. Now, you have some depth to you, Scorpio. You like to dig deep. You like to find all of the faults and everything that is underneath the surface. And that's okay because you have value. You have self-worth. You can be you exactly as you are. You don't have to be some bright and shiny person like other people may be. You can be you. You can envelop the darkness that can be around you sometimes, and you can see things for what they are. You can hold people's hands when they're going through the troubling times. This is a time for you to be you. Let your identity be enough. You have value in that, and the world needs it. So stand in the place that you are because you have worth just as you are. Sagittarius, your card this week is Reclaim the Lost Self, Identity, Power, and Soul Retrieval. So, most likely, Sagittarius, at some point in time, you made yourself what you thought the world needed you to be, whether it was local, more global, whatever type of world it might be. And during that process, you lost a piece of yourself. This is a time for you to claim that back. Take the power that is inherent in that and give it its value. There is a value in claiming yourself as a whole. Reclaim those lost pieces of yourself. They got lost for a reason, but they can be reclaimed for the same reason. So claim yourself this week. It will help you in the end. Capricorn, your fullness is sacred. Big emotions, loud truths, and worthy presence. Our emotions are here to tell us something. And when we're having big emotions and things are speaking to us loudly, sometimes it means that we're not listening. So listen to what those have to say. Remember, those things make you a part of this, of being human. They are part of you being on a soul mission. Your fullness is here for a reason, and it is a sacred process. Remember that you have worth in being here. You can be you. Those big emotions, those loud truths, they make you who you are. Don't dim yourself to meet somebody else's expectations. Allow yourself to be you. You have something to say, so say it. Aquarius, your card this week is be gentle with yourself, self-compassion, permission, and softness. Now, this might not be something that you think of in terms of yourself, that you can be soft, but you have the opportunity to let that part of you come out. Be gentle with yourself. You march to the beat of your own drum, Aquarius, so allow yourself to. Be the person that you want to be. Be kind to yourself as you're going through this process. You can be unique. There's nobody else like you. I can guarantee it. So allow yourself to be the person that you want to be and give yourself that grace to know that in the process, you will find it, but you need to allow it to be. And Pisces, your card this week is control loop, micromanaging, anxiety, and fear of chaos. You're trying to control things. You're trying to micromanage everything so that it fits into a box. But all that's doing is causing you anxiety. This isn't a time for you to try to micromanage everything. This is a time for you to trust. Trust that the universe has your back, that your softness and your flow and that sense of harmony that you can bring to things is there for a reason. This isn't a time for you to fear the chaos. It's time for you to step into the chaos, to allow it to be what it's going to be, and to move you and to shift you as you need to so that you can make it through. Remember, control is a shadow. It's time for you to step out of the shadow and to step into the light. Remember, you're not lost. You're between stories. So let the messages find a place in your body, even if they don't make sense yet. Because sometimes the most powerful knowing comes in the quiet after the card is pulled. Let the messages you received anchor your next step, even if you can't see the full map yet. Our sun and rising sign are codes that are layered. Let them sit. Let them settle. And if you're craving deeper cosmic guidance and spiritual anchoring, come join me inside the Soul Keys Temple. It's my signature monthly membership. You can find full details at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. And you can always book a personal soul session with me if you want to go deeper one-on-one. I'm also on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and YouTube, and the magic continues there. So here's to a week of sacred pivots, anchored clarity, and deep inner resonance. So stay tuned in, stay luminous, stay you, and I will talk to you next week. Thank you for spending your time with me here at Soul Heart Intuitive. If this episode resonated, please be sure to follow the podcast and share it with someone who may need this message today. And if you're ready to explore your own cosmic blueprint, cycles, and the deeper wisdom guiding your path, you can learn more or book a session at www.soulheartintuitivecoaching.com. Until next time, trust your intuition, stay connected to your truth, and remember to stay connected to the wisdom within you.